You know the exact feeling, the explosive sweat, the burning lungs, the sheer adrenaline of day one. The fitness industry relies on a specific promise: compress maximum physical effort into a tight 14-day window, and the result is rapid, sustainable fat loss. At first, the data seems to back it up. You step on the scale on day 4, see a 3-pound drop, and feel a rush of validation. The hard work appears to be paying off. But look at day 20, nearly a week after the challenge ends. The scale has returned to its starting point, and you are left dealing with bone-deep exhaustion. When this bounce back happens, we usually blame our own discipline, but we have to consider if this weight return is a personal failure or a predictable reaction within the body's own regulatory systems. The 14-day window creates a specific set of data points on the scale, but those numbers don't tell the full story. To see what's actually happening, we have to look inside the cells.
Let's go inside the body on day 1. When you demand intense, explosive energy for movements like burpees and jump squats, your body doesn't reach for stored body fat. It reaches for muscle glycogen. This diagram illustrates exactly what happens in a muscle fiber during a burst of activity. Those bright energy packets are glycogen, and your intense daily workouts are rapidly consuming them to keep you moving. Because of how glycogen is chemically structured, every gram of it holds on to several grams of water. As you burn through those energy packets, that attached water detaches and drains out of your muscle tissue. Watch how this internal fluid loss translates to your results. That flush of water is the primary mechanism driving the rapidly descending numbers you see on the scale. The initial success of the challenge reflects a change in water retention, not the metabolic breakdown of fat. As you push into week 2, the physical toll of demanding maximum effort every single day compounds. Your central nervous system takes a direct beating. By removing recovery periods from your routine, you deny your muscles the time they require to repair microscopic tears and replenish those depleted energy stores. In response to this continuous, unrecovered shock, your central nervous system triggers a spike in cortisol, your primary stress hormone. Looking at this logic model, you can see how cortisol rewires your metabolism. On the left, adequate rest signals the body to oxidize fat, but on the right, chronically elevated cortisol shifts your body's priority toward fat retention. By forcing yourself to push through the pain every day without rest, you are instructing your body to hold on to fat for survival. This sets up the desperation of the final days. You are pushing harder than ever for the finish line, yet the scale refuses to budge another ounce. You have hit a metabolic wall. To understand this, we have to look at your NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. These are the calories you burn during normal, subconscious movements throughout the day, like pacing, fidgeting, or even standing up. Because your body is underfueled and exhausted by day 10, your brain takes over. It unconsciously dials down your NEAT to conserve essential energy. This 24-hour bar chart exposes the math behind the wall. The tall bar shows a normal day's baseline energy expenditure. The shorter bar reveals a challenge day. You might burn a few hundred calories during your workout, but your body burns far fewer calories for the remaining 23 hours. The 14-day challenge creates an energy deficit illusion. You end up working twice as hard in the gym, only to burn fewer total calories over a full day. If the biology guarantees a crash, we have to ask, are high-intensity interval workouts flawed, or are we just applying them incorrectly? High-intensity training is highly effective. The flaw lies in treating a 14-day window as a fat loss finish line, rather than a cardiovascular activation phase. The first required fix is structural. You have to space out the intense workouts with designated recovery and low-intensity days. This gives your central nervous system the time it needs to clear that cortisol spike. The second fix is nutritional. You need to consume enough carbohydrates so your body feels biologically safe. This allows it to release fat stores instead of hoarding them in a panic. Applying these fixes requires a mindset shift. You have to take the energy of a 14-day shock and stretch it into a sustainable, undulating 12-month routine. This timeline illustrates the trajectory of fat loss. Notice the difference between the sharp, failed 14-day drop and the gradual, sustainable downward trend of a 6-month approach. Aligning your training with these biological mechanics allows you to manage your metabolism directly, replacing the short-term cycle with a steady, long-term reduction in fat.